Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity. Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity.
Hey there, it's Bray Bear and welcome to another vlog. Today is a very special day. Today we watch Infinity War, which means that the Infinity War boss battle is finally here. I'm so excited! Okay, so it is Sunday afternoon. We are starting the movie in 9 minutes. I am very, very excited. Today, Brianna this morning sent this brilliant idea of what if we dropped a bunch of our completed boards and like used a bunch of powers right leading up to watching the movie. So I've been working on that. So I'm going to try to finish up some of those in the next little bit while I get set up, or after I get set up, while we wait for the movie time to start. I also am going to use a few minutes to try to locate my tripod, because I still have yet to locate my mini tripod for my GoPro. And it's starting to really take me off that I can't find it. But I had an idea a little bit ago that maybe it fell between my bed and the wall. So I'm gonna look there and really hope it's there, because I've looked everywhere like so many times, it's ridiculous. So we're gonna try again and look somewhere that I don't think I have looked. So I have that going for me. I'm currently using a book and my tripod, so yay. But after we watch the movie, immediately after, I'm going to drop the boss battle initial information graphic, which has a few things on it. Specifically, it explains that you need to pick 2 books and that you need to pick a team. And that team is going to dictate what kinds of challenges you're going to be doing. So we've got that going today. Then I also need to drop the Peggy Carter character board power, because you can use her power to switch teams. So if you pick a team and you want to switch later on, then you can use her to do that. So I need to drop that. But that's going to be at the end of the movie. So in the okay, so we finished the movie and I'm properly in a garbage headspace. So I love that for me. I'm going to try to make sure that I cleanse my headspace so that I don't end up in a bad way mentally. So yeah, we're gonna hope for the best there. So as far as everything, well, I looked and I looked. Again, rechecked some of the spaces I had already looked for my tripod. I still can't find it, and I'm so angry. So angry, y'all. Oh. I can't describe to you how frustrated I am about my inability to locate it. So. Ooh, what if I put it in there? I don't think I did, but I think I have an idea. Let me go look. Shoot. I had 2 ideas, and neither of them yielded me my freaking tripod. I'm so mad. Ugh. I feel like I'm never gonna find it again. It's been weeks. Like maybe almost even, I think almost a month since I lost it. Oh, I'm so irritated. Cleanse. Cleansing breath. Calming breath. It's okay. All right. I need to focus on what I can control at the moment. And what I can control at the moment is continuing this update. So I am going to probably do some I'm gonna probably put on a kids show in the background and work on some stuff around. Maybe do some organizing, try to find that freaking tripod, and then go from there. I finished my what I was reading last night. I have to pick my 2 books. And then I am planning on trying to complete as many of the challenges as possible. So I'm not going to actually select a specific team. I just want to finish as many as possible. So I'm going to go and do those things. But before I do, one last thing is I want to show you guys the graphics that I made because they're freaking bomb. Lack of tripod scenario. So basically what we've got here is the thing is, starting out, you have the intro information, which is as such. Battle Infinity War. Attention all Avengers, help needed to fight a giant purple grape. So it turns out this guy Thanos, who's apparently already pretty powerful, is trying to gather all 6 Infinity Stones. We don't really know how they work, why they exist, what they all do, where they came from, or anything else about them, but we do know that they have caused enough problems one at a time, and we should probably do something about this. Today you only have 2 tasks. 1. Select 2 unstarted books from your TBR. 2. Review the following team profiles, which will give you insight on the 4 paths you may choose to take in an attempt to stop Thanos. Prepare to select a team based on the types of challenges that best suit your preferences and skill set. Note, a very important special edition debriefing will be held on Saturday, November 20th, 4 p.m. EST. This will include important battle updates. Be there or view the replay. I really recommend being there because, we about to screw you guys over. We love you so much, though. Okay, so then we have the teams. And so we have Team Stark, which is this one right here. I worked pretty hard on these graphics. I actually took all of my individual cutouts of each character and individually placed them and played around with where to put them, chose a specific effect. So I had to go through all of my old folders for the character boards to pull them together, and then played around with different effects until I found one that I liked. It took a lot. It took a few hours to figure out exactly what I wanted. And then do it for both this size and the Instagram stories size. So it was a lot. All right, so here's Team Stark. And so this team is going to be focused on hefty reading challenges. So it's all reading based. So like reading a certain number of pages or hours or whatever. So next we have, Team Thor. This team is a field of scavenger hunts and games. And then we have Team Wakanda. This is teamwork challenges. So it's going to be like buddy work. Like you have to do things as a group or as a team or work together to accomplish it. And then finally, Team Guardians. And this is going to be social media challenges. So you have to post specific things and stuff like that. Okay, and then just because here are the Instagram sizes as well. I guess I'll just show you this way, but I really like how they turned out. They're fun. Yeah. Look at those beautiful people. So those are the teams. And then we have also dropped Peggy's Power, which is to be able to switch teams at any time during, not after, any present or future team-based boss battles. So if we have any more in the rest of the year, you can use it for that, or you can bank it for 2022. So it's pretty sleepy right now, so I think he's about to take a late afternoon / early evening nap. But that said, Sprints with Julia are about to start. So, that said, I have watched some MLP, and I did at least create these squares for these boards. I also created a running list for the Infinity War challenges to kind of track my progress through it. I did do some of my center prompts that I needed to do. The only ones that I have left are 2 that are for movies. I need to watch a movie that will make me laugh, and I need to watch a non-MCU Chadwick movie, and that's it. I've done everything for all of that. And I went ahead and I did rewards for all of the prompts except for the group book ones for November and the ones from October that I hadn't finished yet. So I now have officially completed every single board except for the 4 prompts between Drax and Mantis that Firekeeper's Daughter is going to cover. So I'm feeling pretty happy about that because it kind of is going to free me up to be a bit more of a mood reader and feel a little bit less stressed over trying to finish specific books and free to kind of throw in a lot more graphic novels, novellas, and poetry collections and things like that to kind of get caught up a little bit more. So this is now what my upcoming reads shelf looks like. It's kind of spaced out at the moment because nothing is completely set in stone here on when and what and where and how. But I'm thinking, actually I need to move this over, that my 2 books, I'm just going to knock everything over. Hang on. Stand by. Everything's fine. The mug did not break, so it's fine. Okay. All right. So I am going to do for my 2 books. Oh my gosh. Why can I not function today? Jeez. Okay, there. For my 2 books to choose from, it's going to be Queen of Air and Darkness and The Nature of Witches. I wanted to do fantasy because the last book I finished was enjoy my pile of shoes on the floor. The last book I finished was The Mother-in-Law, which is a thrillery, how do I describe this? It's a thrillery, it's like a Leanne Moriarty book, in style and in genre. It's domestic, it's contemporary, it's drama, and somebody died. And we're trying to figure out who did it. And everybody has some motivations and some lying happening and some questionable moments and things. And so I just finished this. So I knew that it was going to be a challenge to decide what to read because Firekeeper's Daughter is supposed to be also kind of mystery-esque and contemporary-esque. So I knew I didn't want to read that right away. Never Have I Ever was on my end of the year TBR video. So I did go ahead and stick that over here. One Last Stop is also on that video. But this is a kind of magical realism twist, contemporary type situation. The Hazelwood is something I am planning on rereading so that I can read The Night Country and decide if I like this duology or not. Because this one, I liked it, but I don't know if I would like it now. And I don't know if I'm going to like the second one. And I have the second one, so I need to read it so I can decide if I want to keep them or not. Also, I have Vampires Never Get Old, which I would really like to read. But none of those really fit the situation that, like, I didn't want to put this for one of my books for the reading challenge because it felt kind of like cheating because I know what the challenges are. So I didn't really feel like it would be a fair choice. And also, I don't think it would fit some of the challenges that are going to work. Or, like, I don't really think it would work with the challenges very well. So I decided I would go with these two because they are both fantasy. I know I can be comfortable reading Cassandra Clare no matter what. This one I feel like is going to be different enough from A Curse in Ash, which I just read in the last few weeks. So I think it's going to be different enough that it's in its genre that it's not going to feel... Because, like, I just don't know what I'm in the mood to read. And so I don't think this is going to overlap the vibes of Curse and Ash too much. So I think it'll be fine. But I picked Queen of Air and Darkness specifically because I have only read one of my Cassie Clare books this year. And I need to get continued on my read-through of the books that I haven't read yet. Because I did that big, long reread, and that took twice as long as I intended for it to. So I'm extremely behind. Actually, over twice as long, probably, at this point. It's taken way longer than I wanted because it was supposed to be rereading up until when Queen of Air and Darkness came out. So I'm just dreadfully behind. So if it ends up being the one that I do, then it'll be motivation to push through it for the end of the year and continue with my short books. We actually have a mini challenge, which is to read for an hour without your phone. So I'm going to do that during these sprints because it's not technically my phone, so I'm gonna count it. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Julie and Amber. They are at Highlights. No, they were at Highlights and now they're at Julie's. I don't know, but they're talking now, so I'm gonna rewind and catch up with what they're talking about and then join in on the conversation and hang out with them and listen to the book. And while I'm listening to the book, maybe I'll do something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get Vampires Never Get Old and work on that. I don't know. I'll pick something to read. And I'll read. I decided I would work on Save the Cat. I started this quite a while back. And I've been very slow about working my way through it because there's just been so much going on. But I really do want to get back to it because I really want to start working on this new project more, like, committedly. I just wanted to work on it, but I'm too hesitant because I want it to be perfect. I want this to go well, and I need to get back to writing so that I can actually get somewhere with it instead of waste my time waiting for the perfect moment to work on it. So that's what I'm gonna do for my hour. And I'm actually gonna just do both of the sprints and count that as my 1 hour of uninterrupted without my phone, because I'm just gonna leave my phone face down until I'm done. So yeah, someday I will find you, Mr. Tripod. It's kind of odd that you've been missing for so long. You're not quite that small, and still you've taken quite a fall, it must be. I can't see any other way that I could have still not found you today. But I did get a package today. I got some Bath and Body good stuff that I really probably could have not purchased, but I bought it. So I am a marshmallow fireside person. This is one of the smells for me. It is one of these smells. Like, this is it. This is it. Y'all, it's one of my favorite smells. So I got on sale the 2-packs. I got 3 of the 2-packs. So I'm stocked for not just this fall, which I also will honestly probably just continue using this through Christmas time and winter as well. So this is probably gonna be my fall and winter smell for the year. Shameless. But I should have enough, I think. I should, right? To last through winter? Should be. And I mean, if not, then I just know to buy more next time. I mean, I have vanilla patchouli ones, so it's not like the world is absolutely gonna end, but it would be tragic. I do love this one a lot. I like fiery, smoky, like campfire-y types of scents. I haven't tried it in soap before. So I got the soap. I got this bottle, and then I also got the other bottle that's like more fall. So I use this fall one, the fall one next. And then I'll use this in the Christmas time. But the other scent I got was Toasted Vanilla Chai. So I need to update my journal page because we've had a few mini battles and main battles drop that I either haven't done or haven't written in my journal at all. So we're going to talk about those. So we had a second mini quest, and that is consider... I don't know if I explained the first one, did I? Yeah, you talk too much. Don't look at your phone for 1 hour while you read for an hour, and don't look at your phone for the hour. You can't look at your... The second mini quest was consider experience. I consider experience. Tell us about the first book you ever reviewed on Goodreads. I did do that. I don't know the specific first book I read on Goodreads, but I went on Twitter and I talked about one of the first books that I got when I got my Nook that I read, that I can like more vividly, more clearly remember. And that is a book called Give Me a Call. Don't even remember the author's name. But I very much enjoyed that book because it was like this girl got this phone, had this phone that she dropped into a, what do you call it, like a fountain or something. And somehow, inexplicably, her phone is now able to call her past self. So now she can talk to her past self and tell her past self to do specific things. And she sees all these different outcomes and gets to live all these different versions of, if I had chosen this, then this would have happened. If I had chosen this, then this would have happened. It's super interesting. I like stories like that. Then we have the first official event, or like main event. I don't know. Okay, but it's for Team Thor, and we had to go in and answer a challenge where we had listed off sad books, because we started out, the movie starts out with a very sad scene, obviously, and for Thor's side of things. So we picked some sad books and listed off the books, and then we took like a brief description of the book, and you had to figure out what book it was based off of it, what we gave you. So we gave you Death Tells This Tale of Wartime Munich, which of course is the book thief. It's been 300 years and finally someone recognized her, which is Addie LaRue. Okay, which is The Fault in Our Stars. Mandy Moore plays a preacher's daughter in this book-to-movie adaptation, which is A Walk to Remember. And then this epistolary novel features trauma and a Good Smith's soundtrack, which is, what do you call? Perks of Being a Wallflower. I couldn't get the words out. Okay, so those are the books that we ended up with. So that was the first challenge. So then we had another mini quest, which I haven't done yet, so I need to do this, but it's Hunka Holka Burning Fudge. If you're on Team Stark or Team Guardians, or you're trying to do all the challenges, you may not use one of your 2 selected books. Post your ice cream flavors in the team chat. So read for 1 hour, create a Ben & Jerry's flavor for one of the characters you read about. Then we had our Stark Event 2 drop, which is Protect the Time Stone from Ebony Maw by Thinking Quickly on Your Feet. Read your 2 books for a half an hour each. So it's like try a chapter time version where you do 30 minutes of each book instead of the first chapter of each book. And then you pick which one you're enjoying the most based off of that time that you read it, and then that is going to be your book for the remainder of the challenge. Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 3rd day of the battle, and I wanted to update you guys on where I'm at. I am making coffee behind you, don't mind me. I've completed Team Thor event, which I already knew the answers to it, so I just went in and I posted, it was like a quiz about sad books, and I already knew the answers, so I just posted Bucky as the answer to all of them. At the end I put Bucky as the answer to everything because I felt like it wouldn't be fair for me to actually put in the answers correctly, so did that. And then we had read for an hour, then create a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor based on the characters. So I did Paper Girls Volume 6 for that yesterday during work. I read the whole thing, and then I chose my ice cream flavor based on this one line by Tiffany, one of the characters. She says something about the top of the creme brulee. And so I was like, okay, obviously it's going to be named Dessert at Tiffany's. And then it's going to be creme brulee flavored, obviously. So that was my ice cream flavor. Then we had event 2 for Team Stark to do, which was the 30 and 30, which was nullified by my choice to do the post instead. So I did the post for Team Guardians to choose between my 2 books, and The Nature of Witches ended up winning the post. So the good thing about that is I know for sure I can at least finish the first book and start the second book, because Queen of Air and Darkness would have been so long to do that I know I would not have finished it and been able to move to the second book, more likely than not. So it kind of worked out in a good way, because my 2 options, I don't know if I told you that, was the 2 options I ended up picking was The Nature of Witches or Queen of Air and Darkness. So like a 400-page book, or maybe less than, versus like an 800-page book. So, you know, choices were made, but in the end it probably worked out for the better, so it's fine. Then we had the next event was Team Wakanda, and it is to participate in 2 hours worth of sprints. So it has to be the collective time spent reading. So last night we did an hour and a half worth of sprinting. So I need to do 1 more 30-minute session, or I can break it up. So I'm going to try to pull that off today. I also, at some point this morning, will take care of the next mini quest, which is tell us about, oh wait, no, I already did this one. Tell us about your favorite translated book and why people should read it. I have a lot of translated books that I love, but I ended up specifically selecting Persepolis because I really think that more people need to read it, because I don't even like memoirs and I loved it, so, you know. Next, we had another Stark event, and for this one, you're stuck in the same place. You have to sit in the same place and read 100 pages. So that I will try to do I probably won't be able to do it during work today, so that will probably be when I get home tonight that I can do that event. And then after that, we have another Team Thor event, so I won't be able to do this until after my completion of the hour in one place. So I have to finish that first because you have to do the main events in order. So I won't be able to get to this one until after work today as well, but we have to construct a weapon, or we have to construct a we have to build our own stormbreaker, basically, out of things around your house that start with either the first letter of your name or THO and R. Those are your options. Either your name or THOR. That's it. So for me, it's going to be THOR. The items that I choose have to start with those letters. I don't know if that was clear. So, and you can only use, oh no, you have to have a minimum of 3 items. So, gotta do that. So my plan for the day today is to do my last 30 minutes of sprints during work today, and then do my 100 pages sitting in one place after I get home, and make my stormbreaker after I get home. So the coffee I made this morning, yeah, I accidentally left it here. I'm really sad. Full coffee, not even a sip taken, and it was the first peppermint mocha of the season. I'm distraught. It's been a very long day, but not because of bad things necessarily, entirely, fully. So last night I got to, I don't even know what, pretty close, I think, like maybe 30 pages away, I would guess, on my 100 in one spot. But I did not finish it last night, which is kind of a downside. See, I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sitting there reading, and then I got too comfortable and I went to sleep. By choice, like, I put the pencil in the book and I laid there and I was like, I'll take a quick 5-minute snooze. And then I was like, nope, 5 more minutes. And then I was like, I'm not gonna get back up and read, am I? And I accepted my fate and came to bed. As in, well, let me rephrase that. I accepted my fate and, like, got into bed, like, fully. Like, put my book away, turned on my alarm, got in my, got my makeup off and put on my glasses, I was trying to say my contacts, getting them out, but I was reversing it and saying getting them in, and oh. I'm a little frazzled today because something wild has happened. I'm an aunt. Officially, like, to a person that is no longer inside another person. I'm very much stoked. So, my sister messaged me this morning, that they went to the hospital because she did message me yesterday saying that she had a few cramps. So I was kind of expecting to hear from her today when she had her doctor's appointment. I was expecting they would keep her, but she did not last until 1 before the the contractions got so intense that she felt like they needed to go ahead and go to the hospital, which was a good call because it was one of the fastest first baby deliveries, like, ever. It was so quick. Like, they got to the hospital around somewhere between 4 and 5 in the morning. I think maybe a little bit later than that. And she was already dilated to a 3. And then within a few hours, like, by the time that we were at, like, 7 a.m., she was at a 5. when I was talking to her and Kayla in the morning, somewhere between 7 and 8, she had already gone to a 5. So by the time that it was time for the kids' nap, so by like noon, she was at an 8. And by the end of my lunch break at about 2, she was at a 10. So around 2:30 is when they got everything ready to go. And so he was born around somewhere between 2:30 and 3:30. But I don't have the exact time. Should probably find that out. He was 6.8 pounds, 20 inches long, blue-green eyes. He has hair, not entirely covering all of the scalp. I became my sister referred to me as the herald. Teddy. Her herald. I was the person who went and announced everything to everybody. So I went through, thankfully mom took her side. So that was one less group text for me to create and be in. I was basically running around like a crazy person, but in my messaging of people and keeping people up to date on what was going on and trying to stay up to date myself, while also continuing to do my job, which is take care of 3-year-olds who were absolutely ridiculously out of hand today. The opportunity to read today did not happen. I did read before I left this morning because I woke up at like 6:30 because I felt bad about going to sleep so early. So I did read a little bit more this morning, but I have to finish my reading, which I'm going to be doing on my bed because it's in one spot. Now, there was no condition that said I had to do it all at the same time in the same spot. It just had to all be in the same spot. So I'm coming back to the spot to do that. So a main challenge of the 100 pages, I want to finish that first and foremost because I have to do that here because it's reading on my bed. So I have to do that first so that it's taken care of. Making a stormbreaker, I could possibly do at work. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to save that main challenge for tomorrow at work, and have the kids help me because I can tell them to find something that starts with the letter, and then if I think it will work good for my stormbreaker, then they can help me put it together, and I'll show them like, oh, it's the worst, because they love superheroes and they know who Thor is, because I will research something based off of my book and share it tomorrow as well. I will also find and share some fan art on like Twitter, so I can do all of the next 3 main battles or main challenges tomorrow whilst at work during my downtime with the kiddos. Mini challenges that are out right now. So read whatever you want for an hour. Oh, why is that dot there? Read whatever you want for 1 hour and read to your current page count in your second book. Okay. But the thing is, you guys don't know what I know. And what I know is that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., everybody gets the same main challenge. This is the first everyone challenge. And you have to read an unstarted book for 3 hours. Cumulative 3 hours. So if I were to read to my current page count in your second book first, then I would have to start an additional book on top of The Nature of Witches and Queen of Air and Darkness. But if I wait to do this challenge, which is a mini challenge so I can do it whenever I want, if I wait to do this after tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., at which point I can do my 3 hours first, then I could come back to this and just finish it out with what I didn't complete during this. So look, here's the thing. I know that maybe isn't the most fair choice, considering I know something that you don't know, but it's been a chaotic day. I became an aunt today. And I feel like I get to cheat just a little bit just this once. I need to read 100 pages now, or I can do my read 100 pages now and my read whatever you want for an hour now. So that's my plan for the evening, to finish my 100 pages and to read whatever I want for an hour. Whatever I want for an hour is going to be is a poetry collection. And the reason I'm not going to continue in Nature of Witches for the read whatever you want, which you could do, you could continue in your current read if that's what you want to read. But I'm going to switch to the poetry collection because that could be another thing that I complete this week to get caught back up on my reading challenge or my reading goal for the year. And also because that keeps me from adding too much more onto my current page count for my second book before we do the 3 hours, which could then potentially get me to about whereabouts I am at in my book by that point. You know? I forgot one of the most important updates of this segment, and that is that I found this stupid tripod that I've been looking for. I found it. It fell out of my bag, I guess, at some point and into the floor of my car, but like in between the seat and the side on the passenger side. And it was like back further, not like by the door, but like almost back into the back seat section. So it's fine. We found it. It's good. Love that for me.
Can we appreciate this for a minute? This is the poetry collection I'm going to do. This is The Nature of Witches without the dust jacket. Can we just? Thank you. That is all. Actually, not really. I hit my 100 pages, so now I'm here in book. Go me. So, done that. Ready for this, but it is 10 o'clock. I'm sleepy, so I don't make any promises that I will get my whole hour in. But I'll try to get part of it in to make tomorrow during work easier to finish this. Actually, I'll probably work on some of this tomorrow morning after I wake up as well.
Hello, everyone. So exciting news. I have completed. I made my Stormbreaker. I read whatever I wanted for an hour. I finished that this morning before I left for work. I did 15 minutes last night, and then I did the other 45 this morning on my way to work. Not on my way to work. Before, like when I was getting ready for work. Before work. Students helped me with my Stormbreaker. Now, they didn't do the best job of trying to help. I had to kind of intervene some to kind of get the right shapes that I wanted. But in the end, we used a rain stick for the handle, a triangular block, so B block, Brie, R Rainmaker in Thor, and then we used a paper towel, so towel T Thor, for the back. So we made it work. I will put in a picture probably so you can actually see. But I took a picture. I had them all put their hands in because I can't show their faces. I had them all put their hands in the picture so that you could see, you know, my little kiddos helping me out. Researched about, I used, because at that point I had yet to start Queen of Air and Darkness, so I went with researching something from The Nature of Witches, and I ended up picking Botany because the kind of, I think it will be love interest, I believe. The love interest is a botanist. So I researched, and I've always been interested in plants and everything and like learning more about them. I think they're cool. I think there's a lot of cool things you can learn. There's a lot of factoids you can learn. But I have not ever taken the time to do so. So I thought it would be a cool, light, easy way to do it. Just learning out of curiosity what the top 10 most popular flowers are. And that surprised me quite a bit what the list was. Like striking through it. I'll like properly erase it in a minute. Retweeting fan art. I actually found 2 that I really, really loved, but I found the second one after I went ahead and did my entry, and also I love them both so much that I kind of want to share them both. So those complete all of the challenges that I have completed so far today. I did also start on read 3 hours of an unstarted book that you have been avoiding, and that is this monster of a book. And oh my god, I'm already so sad, so freaking sad, and I'm only on page 16. I'm super, super bummed, y'all, because this, it jumps directly in to where we last dropped off. It dives directly into what happened immediately in the aftermath of the end of Lord of Shadows. And it's freaking depressing as heck. I don't know how else to describe it. That said, we did get another mini challenge. Yeah, but the kids seen more movies. Pick 3 books that you think would make an amazing book to movie adaptation. I chose Slay by Brittany Morris, which was our group book for February. I just think that because it's based off of a video game, it could be really cool visually. I also chose These Violent Delights. We would like to see the set designs and the, you know, doing some real live settings in Shanghai. And the costumes would be gorgeous. I would love to see the environment around the characters, because we didn't really get a lot of description, which I kind of feel like was a big downfall in the story. Like, so much of that extra space that she was struggling to fill could have been filled with in-depth descriptions on the beauty of the land and the world and the costuming and the, oh, she had so much of an opportunity there that she kind of missed. My other one was The Chaos of Standing Still. I think that's by Jessica Brody, isn't it? I just think that it would be really cool in a movie. Excuse me. I think it would be really cool as like a kind of heartfelt, wintry, but not Christmas movie, because it takes place over the course of like 24 hours. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Today is gonna be, it's gonna be a day. Okay. I got to FaceTime my sister last night and meet Kaiden on FaceTime for the first time seeing him other than a picture. It still is through a screen, but it was a little bit emotional for me. The first second, I almost cried a little. So today I
should be meeting him in real life. So there's that. Among other news, Teddy is eating breakfast. This is the only way he will eat from me. In bed. Bowl. Me. Physical contact with me. And direct attention. Like, I have to be, not just his bowl on the bed and him on the bed. No, he still won't eat. I have to be sitting on the bed too. He says, hi, my name is Drama. Which, it wouldn't be a problem. At his house, he can just have his bowl out and he can go eat when he wants. At my house, if I leave that bowl out, somebody else is going to get into it. Right? Because Sam just devours his food all in one go. And Teddy is kind of a eat when I want kind of kid. So the only way I can get him to eat it all at once is to do this. So it's what we do at Aunt Bee's house. It's fine. Among other things, I have my first splashed on the edge here. It's ruining the aesthetic. Okay, yes, it's fine. Good enough. My first my first peppermint mocha of the year. I do use peppermint mocha year round, but I haven't used it for several months. Reading wise, last night I did not get very far. I got to page 32. But here's the kicker. I've been reading for an hour on this book. Yeah, I'm doing so many annotations and I'm reading it so slowly on, like, intentionally, that I've read for an hour. I read 2 minutes per page, guys. 2 minutes per page. That's crazy. But, like, I mean, take a look at what I'm dealing with here. Like, I even annotated the freaking dedication page. Are you kidding me? I have problems, but it's because, oh my god, look at this. Literally every paragraph has an annotation. Oh, all done. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, you're gonna have to be patient, but like, yeah, I shouldn't even put my pen down. I think this is oh no, there's a little frowny face there. I don't think there's been a single 2 pages that hasn't had an annotation yet. I think this is the second single page that hasn't had any on it so far on page 18. Okay, this is the first double page spread that I didn't do an annotation on. Yeah, so you can kind of see why I'm going slowly considering my annotations, but also I'm reading it word for word. I'm intentionally reading it word for word. I'm vocalizing in my head. I'm not using any techniques to try to speed up my reading, and I don't feel the urge to do so. Because of how important the shadow world is to me, the shadow hunter world, it's become something very connected to my heart because of when I first read the original series. So it's like coming home is what it feels like. It always feels like I'm coming back home, and it feels like I'm entering a world that I'm just like, okay, I know everything about this place. Because I've reread it so many times. Like I just know I know all the things that she's already taught
or explained of her world. And so it's like, it just feels like comfortable. Like I remember all of the details of the world. I know what to expect in her writing style. I know, you know, what phrasing she's going to use for a lot of things. It just, for me, it's like I want to take my time through it in a way and like just soak it in a little bit. Because this is the first new novel I read. Ghost of the Shadow Market, which is short story collection. So this is the first new novel I've read from her since Lord of Shadows came out. So I was taking a quick reading break since I finished the chapter I was on, and I was looking at I need to get a bullet journal notebook to start the year, and just trying to decide what color I wanted. And I was like, wait, do I have an empty one? Like, did I get an extra last time? Because sometimes I'll get two. This year I've kind of slowed my use of my journal a lot as far as like how many pages I'm using up, because I wanted to kind of fit the whole initial Avengers thing all together. So yeah, I don't know what my plans for my next journal are going to be, but I need to get a notebook. And so I went to look and see if I could find an empty one, because I know I have like my slim and my master and like different sizes of them, but I don't have any more A5, so I'm gonna have to order one. But as I was looking, I decided I would flip through my old journals. The oldest journal that I have down, I might have some up in the attic, I don't know, and I know I trashed a couple of them for particular reasons I'm not going to talk about. Basically just there was an invasion of privacy, and somebody disrespectfully just snuck in and read my journals. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. But the first one that I like started keeping again, this one I started June 2015. Okay, so Lord of Shadows ripped out my heart utterly. Okay, I have officially completed my 3 hours of reading. In my 3 hours, I have literally only gotten to page 85. Hey! Sup? It's Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. I haven't read a thing today. We did drop the Read One Fifth of Your Book and the Run Your Own Sprints. Shoot. I am missing sprints right now, but Julie, I'm gonna go try to tune into those. I think she shouldn't be done yet. She'll probably be going, they might not have even started the second sprint. Maybe. There's hope. So I'll jump on to Julie's sprints and read the next section. I need to read, work my way through. I need to do 107 pages of Queen of Air and Darkness before I switch back to The Nature of Witches for my 20%. So, yeah. Got to spend a lot of time with Kaiden today. Helping Sis out. Teddy did amazing. Absolutely amazing. He was so sweet. He already, you can tell, loves him. He just knows that's a tiny human. Like, he just wants to sniff him and kiss him and love him. And, oh, he's precious with him. Teddy's absolutely precious with Kaiden. I love it. It makes my heart so happy. He was so gentle, so good. So very happy that all went smoothly.
It is Monday evening. I've done not very much reading at all. I'm only on page 121. I need to hit page 192. So, got my work cut out for me on this, obvi. I have done a teensy bit, but not very much. I did take a break to work on some other things, which includes giving Sam his bath. Oh, he looks so beautiful and shiny. Look at that. Look at that shine. I hope you can see that on camera. But he looks gloriously shiny. Okay. Yeah. I am a bit concerned that he might be getting a hematoma on this ear, which he had on this ear. A really, really bad one. They had to do a pretty big procedure to get it cleared up, and that's why his ear curls on the tip on this side. So I'm really hoping this one stays small and that we don't have to take him to the vet, and that it will heal on its own without any disfiguring of the ear. So hopefully that will all work out okay, but I will keep you guys updated over the next few days on how it does. But I'm trying to keep an eye on it over the evening and in the morning to see if I need to make an appointment or if it's, gonna be okay.
Good morning, friends. Been a hot minute since I've checked in on this vlog. As in, it is currently Friday morning. Oops. I had work all the days. I had sprints Monday night with Christine Margaret on Brianna's channel. Wednesday, normally my D group meeting is on Mondays, like last week, but this time we did it on Wednesday. That would be my sister or my dad. But this time we did it on Wednesday. Because she was out of town. Tuesday and Wednesday, both, I felt horrible. I don't know if it was because I accidentally forgot my meds or if it was because I ate something, but that did not settle well. But I felt so nauseous those 2 days. Like, combining that with the kids' chaotic pre-holiday energy, not a good time. Not a good time. But we made it to yesterday, which was a great day. The kids were still chaotic, but I was able to handle more because I was feeling normal again. So I felt less overwhelmed with frustration. So I love that for me. That said, none of the other days did I get very far in my reading. But yesterday, I finally finished, that's what it's called, Perfectly Balanced. Yeah, I'm that behind. I have not completed a challenge since that day. Yay. So I finished that. I'm switching back to The Nature of Witches, and I need to read 73 pages in that. I did start on it yesterday after I finished Perfectly Balanced. See, what I'm doing is on my lunch break is when I'm doing my Bible study. So depending on how long that takes me, I may or may not be able to do some reading after I finish my Bible study. So that said, I did read during nap, the first part where I was on break, where I haven't been able to do that consistently this week. Like, I've been working on other things and it's been a little bit chaotic. Our copy machine was messed up, so I couldn't even copy our worksheets for the week. Like, it's just been a weird week. So there's that. Yesterday I also had my nail appointment and they're so freaking cute. I love letting her just kind of do her thing. She got inspiration from this picture and I love what she did even more because it's a more elegant version of what she pulled from the inspiration. Like, she made it even better. My medication finally got taken care of. I think it's actually by insurance this time. I could be wrong, but
I got my meds back, which I'm a month and over a month and 10 days behind when I was supposed to get it last time. But I finally got it, and I finally did. So I did my injection last night too. But praise God. So the itching of the scalp is going to go back away, and the little bits of breaking out back into psoriasisness are going to fade again. So thank the Lord. I'm realizing at this point that it's not very likely that I'm going to finish all of the challenges. It is 10:15 p.m. and I just finished the 1/5 of your book challenge. I need to then run, I believe it's an hour of sprints, finish a book and write a review, write an alternate ending to my book, post and pass the story 3 times, do the crossword, read 150 pages, find somebody to split the 300 with to be able to read 150 pages instead of 300, and then read for probably like 5 or so hours. Yeah, don't think all that's going to be able to happen before, especially with it having to be in order and then nothing overlapping. Yeah. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. What I'm gonna do right now is figure out what is the most likely scenario to be able to get as much done as possible with using as many rewards as I can. Did I tell you guys that Sam has a hematoma? He has a hematoma. Is here. Here. It's very sad. My heart. My poor buddy. I'm really enjoying this quite a lot. I really like the vibes. I'm enjoying the world and the magic style and the romance. It is very focused on like the main few things. Like there are a few main plots. There's not a ton of like side plots or anything. It's very clean and focused. So if you're looking for like a clean and focused romance set in another world or set in a magical world, then this is that. All right, we are making the most of it, guys. This is not going to be very interactive like it would be on YouTube, just because I don't have any buddies with me right now. It's just gonna be me, and if anybody decides to join it. But I did share it on the Discord, and I retweeted my tweet on the Avengers page, so at least we have that. So we're going until 55, so that'll be a 25-minute. So we'll do like a 25, and I guess 3 25s, maybe? I don't know. I finished my sprints, and just now finished the Nature of Witches. I'm finished. Okay, I'm going to write a very quick review so I can count the challenges completed, and then create my alternate ending real fast, post my story, sentences, knock out the crossword. I'm going to I'm going to use a reward and skip the 300 pages or 150 pages, and then use Stormbreaker and chop the read for X hours in half. I will have to do the math for that to figure out what number that puts me to, but I will do that in just a few minutes, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, this has to be the shortest clip ever because I really have to go, because I did my math. I need to read for 4 hours, and that means I have to, if I use Yelena, that cuts it to 2 hours
to read 2 hours, but I still have to do that, and that will put me at finishing right on time. Hello friends! So we have reached the end of this boss battle. We finished the live show. It was a heck of a lot of fun.
While Bucky shakes some residual confetti out of his ear.
I so appreciate the actual.
Sam looks at Bucky and says,
What happened?
"Nope."
Probably. I bet Loki's internet went out.
Internet on Asgard?
Okay, Michelle,
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. We just paid the bill.
Thor, could you text? I'll just complete the story for you here. I was reading along, so you know, have we heard anything from Loki?
I heard nothing.
No? That's weird.
Agent Hill?
Normally she would say something.
I don't feel so good.
What was that?
Guys, that's a little weird. Normally it's only
What? No, okay.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on? This is not internet.
This is so weird.
No, this is I'm not seeing anything.
Wait.
Thanos.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Mother.
Welcome to the Infinity War, where all the games are made up and the points don't matter.
That said, I'm going to close out this vlog saying I completed 2 books and started a 3rd book. I also figured out what my next book is going to be. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I had a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun interacting with you guys and watching you guys kind of go crazy. Especially now with people having watched the live. And then other people having not watched the live yet. All I have to say is I love you guys. And I'm sorry that we're so mean. But also, I'm not sorry. Alright. So all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I will see you guys very soon with another video because I'm going to get back on track. Peace out, Bear Scouts.
About your worries and your stress. I mean a bare necessity. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, with just the bare necessities of life.